When my grandmother passed away, she left behind a collection of jewelry that she had accumulated over the years. It wasn't a vast collection, but each piece held memories. She was a frugal woman, but she loved her baubles, mostly costume jewelry, or so we thought. When the will was read, it turned out that she left the jewelry to my sister Carla and me, with instructions for us to divide it ourselves. There were about 40 pieces in all, and we were supposed to take turns choosing until they were all gone. I was the one who took care of Grandma during her illness. We had a lot of time together, and in those quiet moments, she shared little bits of wisdom with me. I remember her saying, "Not all that glitters is gold, Ashley." At the time, I thought she was just being poetic, but as I stood there with Carla, looking at the jewelry laid out before us, those words came back to me. The pieces were a mix of everything, some large and flashy, others small and almost unnoticeable. The shinier pieces were eye-catching, and I could see Carla's eyes light up as she scanned them. But as I looked closer, I noticed something else. The pieces that had been worn the most, that had the most signs of use, were the ones that seemed less impressive at first glance. They were smaller, duller, and a bit dirty, but they also looked like the pieces Grandma had loved the most. Carla, on the other hand, was immediately drawn to the big and shiny ones. She picked up a large ornate brooch that sparkled under the light, a pair of dangling earrings with bright stones, and a necklace with a huge faux diamond pendant. I watched her as she carefully selected each piece, her excitement growing with each choice. When it was my turn, I chose the small ring with a cloudy stone, a pair of simple stud earrings that looked like they had been worn almost daily, and a tarnished bracelet that didn't seem like much at all. I could see the confusion on Carla's face as she watched me pick these dull, unimpressive items, but she didn't say anything. We continued this way until all the jewelry was divided. She ended up with the biggest and brightest pieces, while I took the smaller, less attractive ones. Afterward, out of curiosity, I decided to get my pieces appraised. I wasn't expecting much, but I thought it would be nice to know more about them. To my surprise, the appraiser informed me that the pieces I had chosen were made of real gold and genuine gemstones, though they were small and a bit dirty. In contrast, the pieces Carla had taken were mostly plastic and paste, costume jewelry with little to no monetary value. The appraiser's estimate put the value of my collection at more than 10 times that of Carla's. I was stunned. My grandmother had been right. Not all that glitters is gold. The pieces she had cherished the most, the ones she wore daily, were the real gems. The flashy, barely worn items were just for show. Now, I'm left wondering if I did the right thing. I could have told Carla what I suspected when we were dividing the jewelry. I could have encouraged her to look closer, to see past the shine. But I didn't. I let her choose the pieces she wanted, knowing that they probably weren't worth much. She was so excited about her choices, and I didn't have the heart to ruin it for her. But was that fair? Should I have said something? Or was I right to let her make her own choices, even if they weren't the best ones? Am I the asshole for letting her walk away with the cheaper pieces, knowing that what I had taken was worth so much more?